very dark path.
Yo, yeah. What? There's a private chat here. Let's see. What is this? Why can't I hear anything? Sorry, Jason, I didn't see your private message. It's like
That's
people asking
okay.
me questions while I'm live on WhatsApp. Like, what is this? And then I say, I don't know. Then they argue with me. Dude, I'm live. Leave me alone. Can't you wait? Okay. We are live on all the other platforms. Welcome all the viewers from all the Facebooks and X and all that kind of thing. We're hanging out here on Arena Social as well. There's 500 viewers there, so it'll climb on all the other platforms. And today's topic is hybrid marketing workshop. Let's go! That's a strange name for a hybrid marketing workshop. Let's go! That's awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so do I need to share your document, or are you sharing your document, Jason?
That would be you sharing the document if you don't want all of my systems to crash.
I'll do it, bro. I'm not scared. Come at me. I will share that document so hard. Watch this, bro. Setting the stage. Why culture? Why now? Come at me. We are Apex avatars. Dubum is a bot. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna teach you guys how to thingy with thingies, the whatchamacallity, what's today. So welcome.
Yeah, we're gonna be
people.
covering quite a lot.
Okay. I'm not saying I'm a little bit lost, but everybody just calm down and stop shouting. I'm just finding the thingies that thingy. So share screen. Summit day 1. No, not tab audio. Have you got audio in your Word document?
I mean, I
Is there
don't
some
know.
kind of view here where I can? What is that? Is that like a camera? What is that? Junior or start? What? Join or start a meeting? What? From Word? Request. What?
yeah.
That's cool. Where's the view on this thing? Is there like some kind of presentation view for documents? View. Show print, non-printing, Zoom show.
Full.
Currently,
You can like at the bottom. You
Yeah.
can do on view show spelling. Huh?
And grammar and Zoom.
Why can I can
no, I
see
can-
full screen. Wait a
Zoom.
second.
Let's try a fit. Let's see what. There we go. That's pretty. I'm sure you guys can't read anything.
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah, bees a pollinator.
If you can stretch it up, there you go.
And then go like this. That made no difference.
You're such. Yep.
Oh, anyway, okay. Right. So, preamble, everybody on the different platforms on the Only Believe Facebook platform. Today, we are going to talk about the principles that we apply into building a community. So remember, we are building a super community, massive, with clans of 1,000 people in the different games, in OSP, but also in Only Believe, and later on in Hex Mythica, stuff like that. So we really have to understand the science of building communities, and we want everybody who's watching really to find their place in what we explained today. We want you to be a very part of this, a big part of it. If you find a way and have the passion that we are to do this full time, then it's good to know this stuff. We destroyed for lack of knowledge, not for lack of intention or lack of attempting or trying. Knowledge. So pursue it, learn with us. I'm going to tip somebody some actual AVAX, which is like this tablet you take if you've got a runny tummy, the new AVAX tablet. If you can give me the definition of impartation on any platform. So what is the definition of impartation? It is so So let's see who can get this one quickly. Buddies. So I share this quite often. Shipping goods in from abroad. Importation. Importation. Okay. So I don't think
Was
uh,
was that
I-
response by Rafiki? It
act of
sounded like a
communicating with
Rafiki.
displaying something such as knowledge information abstracted to someone else. Not bad, P, but I'm talking about the one that I share almost every single day on the streams. It is influence by proximity. That's what it is. So let's see who types that first. Um, yes, it's influence by proximity. That's it. So the more, so you'll see we're having an effect on each other. We're hanging out every single day. We're encouraging each other. Then after a while, we start being encouraged just by seeing each other, just by seeing each other's comments, hearing each other's voices. That is why I do stuff like this.
Hey, it's me, B. You're listening to The Funk Show.
There's an effect on you because you're experiencing importation. You're getting influenced by the proximity. Yes, they practice importation, transferring emotion, consciousness through sound. There's this proximity to the music, to the sound, to the vibe, to the tone of voice, to faces, to every. So the proximity, whatever you surround yourself with, has a profound impact on you. So being here every day, hanging out with us right now, we're doing training every day, sharing wisdom every day. And we are ready to rock and roll. So, Jason, take it away.
Absolutely. I shall. So one of the key points of today is also touching on the psychology behind marketing, community building, and bringing people together, but bringing people together with purpose. Right. So we start off here with why culture, why now? So culture is a new algorithm. And the core idea is people don't join products, they join movements. And that's why we're so focused on the whole all roads lead to the Citadel and the fact that we are very proud to be building such an amazing cult of people. So every great gaming brand has a cultural gravity around it. Fortnite, Genshin Impact, smaller indie hits. We've seen this with a lot of the recent releases. We've seen it with Helldivers. That was a movement of its own. Pal World, that list goes on. So it's the creation of shared language, humor, and identity. We as humans, we're wired for tribal belonging. All right, we're not designed to just be alone. Before we even assess utility, our brains are always asking, do people like me belong here? That's why so many people, when they dive into games like World of Warcraft, RuneScape, and all of these massive online worlds, they find a home. And that's something that we strive to build. So the cultural signals, memes, slang, and lore they're far more impactful than ad campaigns. Like they actually reach the people. People feel identified with them. In Web3, this becomes even more powerful because people literally own a part of said movement, be it through tokens, be it through NFTs, be it through all of the above. So, how Bored Ape Yacht Club back in the day, they use exclusivity, inside jokes, shared symbols to become a culture first and a product second. And it was powerful. With the Citadel, it's a participatory world. It's not just a product. It blends gaming, streaming, and content creation into one economy where people own their fandom. You yourself can own your community. Within Operation Safe Place, it's not just a game about defending. Sorry, it's not just a game about defense. It's about defending what matters in game and in life. That's why the story itself is so beautifully abstracted from the purpose behind it. It mirrors the chaos and rebuilding spirit of Web3 itself. Culture spreads faster than features. Marketing today isn't just about conversion, it's about identity creation. It is your growth engine. When people feel that they're a part of your story, they will market it for you. And this is something that, again, we strive to impart in people. There we go. I managed to sneak in there from impartation. We strive to impart that into everyone, because in order for a movement to start snowballing, everyone has to truly feel, I want to see this succeed. I want to see this grow into something gigantic. I want to be a part of this, be it day one, be it day 1000. We want everyone, because we see everyone and we love to see it. So what aspects here of, how is Web3 rebuilding the trust that Web2 lost? So Web2 scaled connection. Web3 gets to rebuild credibility. The last decade was full of clickbait engagement. Audiences got smarter, and audiences crave authenticity and ownership. And a lot of this we will dive into further down, and it's especially connected to the whole founder funnel. The psychology of it all. So when people own something, and this actually touches on a word that I always forget at the most crucial time. So when people own something, be it a skin, an NFT, a title, a story, a role, they build an emotional attachment. And that is called the endowment effect. The endowment effect drives value because it's the personal attachment that a person has to something. People value what they help build and own. Web3's model gives people true skin in the game. And we get to flip that funnel. So instead of extracting attention, we get to reward participation. So every creator, every player, every staker in the Citadel is participating in that shared upside. Growth. From Citadel rewards to governance, you name it, it's not our platform, it's their ecosystem. And by their ecosystem, I mean everyone that is currently out there and all of those that are still to come down that road towards the Citadel. In OSP's example, the real world NGO aspect, we link the gameplay into impact. So the storytelling, people discovering the purpose behind it all, that itself transforms into impact. That's why we also call our ecosystem and our games a social impact engine. So when people are defending zones within OSP, they are literally contributing to a cause that saves lives. Marketing's evolution is not attention extraction, but mutual value creation. Previously, it was the companies that would benefit off the back of the hard work of individuals that were pouring in their time, their sweat into products and getting nothing out of it. Web3 genuinely flips that on its head. Trust is the new currency. I mean, our currency is CTL, but trust is that new currency. You don't need virality if you've got credibility. I'm going to pass this one here on to, well, actually, no, I will touch on it all the way up until where it says Andrew, and I'll let Andrew take over because I had to sneak in there some like a concept that he threw at me just before we started. So with the founder funnel, it's all about leading from the front. Founders are the cultural avatars of their ecosystem. From a psychological standpoint, it's parasocial trust. Communities follow people, not logos. They need a human anchor for their emotional investment. Being visible, fallible, and consistent as a founder builds more trust than any campaign ever could. Andrew brought up something which I will let him touch on here, which is the Apex avatar. And Andrew, I'll pass this on to you.
No, I'll expound. I really want to hear your thoughts. I love it, man. Go for it. I'll expound after you're done. Go for it.
Perfect. So yeah, the Apex avatar. It's the visible archetype. In our case, Uncle Funk. He's the man showing up on a daily basis in front of all of you. The emotional, symbolic representation of the community's highest ideals. And boy, does Andrew have ideals. The founder's job is to embody that Apex avatar first. becoming the anchor for identity, trust, and direction, and then to create and empower more Apex avatars across the ecosystem, something that he excels at. So in our case, we could pinpoint to our Twisted Tinkers, Brodens, B, Druna, Rafiki, like that list goes on. It's not to leave names out that deserve to be named. It's just that list is very lengthy. But this is something that Andrew himself has created off the back of this. And that is how you grow and expand. So if the primary avatars of the Apex level endorse the founder Apex, it builds safety and belonging throughout the ecosystem. That's how avatar loyalty scales. Through trust networks, not hierarchy, each Apex becomes a node of belonging for their sub-tribe within the larger Citadel culture. And it takes a strong mind as well not to be corrupted at that level. I will point that out as well. So Andrew, in our case, he serves as as the initial Apex avatar, embodying the mission, the ethics, and the energy of the Citadel and OSP. As more creators, game leads, and community heads emerge, they become secondary Apex avatars, expanding trust through diversity, representation, and resonance. So in this case, it's like Andrew pushing Senior Choice. In every meeting, Andrew is lifting Senior Choice up onto a podium that is much deserved for Senior Choice, but he is elevating another person from within the team in front of others to express that trust that he has built up in that person to take the lead from that side. So founders don't just build platforms, they model archetypes. Be the Apex avatar your ecosystem needs, and then elevate others to carry that identity forward. And this, Andrew, if you want to expand.
Okay. Yeah, I think what is super important to grasp behind the scenes. We have very it's like the Knights of the Round Table. We sit around kind of a virtual table or a table in our minds, and then there's Rob, who's the CEO, and he can make executive decisions. We trust his decisions. We don't have to argue about things because we understand our ideological drive. Jason is highly competent in all the things that he pursues. And Joey makes a lot of executive decisions on the Web3 side. So behind the scenes, I'm not the dictator that makes demands. I often throw my toys and nothing happens, because most people know that my toys are just my anxious response to something that actually is just an overreaction, and they work with me as this broken human being. But public facing, these guys constantly are pushing me forward, and and the mistake that the public often makes is they assume that the guy in the front, the popular guy, knows everything. But no, I know nothing. I'm just good at making a noise. I'm an entertaining human being, but I've only got one brain cell. If you work with Rob, you will see that Rob has, unprecedented ability to, multitask is just an understatement. It's like it's a literal hyper-fast task switching capability that this guy that Rob has, like this. You can ask him about any part of the ecosystem, and Rob has already done. My mind is just blown the whole time. And then I'm like, Rob, I think this will be cool. And then, I'll be busy with a bunch of things. And the next day I'm like, okay, where we at? And he says, no, well, I did that yesterday while you were talking. And that's like the standard answer. I don't know, Rob, have you been like that since you were a teen or what?
just since about the age of 3, can't remember much before then.
So yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's like mind blowing. But yeah, so when you realize your responsibility, like I realized that, okay, my profile is built for narcissism. I'm literally built to be like, to drive and to be an attention sponge. It's so if I'm not secure, I'll really become manipulative and dangerous. And so it's funny, Rob makes fun of me because I pray so much. He says, well, if you're praying for stuff, where's my Bugatti? And I explained to that what I pray for is people. I pray that I'm surrounded by incredible people, that incredible people are in our ecosystem. Because if you want, that Bugatti, you've got to have the capability to have the Bugatti, the tires. You need new tires on your Bugatti. The Bugatti needs to be serviced. It needs insurance. It's not just that Bugatti. And the answer to it is to have this incredible, consistent flow of wisdom from the right people around you. Yes, Asif. The oil changes are expensive. You got to have the right people around you who actually understand everything about Bugattis. So I stopped long time ago praying for $1 million. I pray for $1 million people. I pray for people who are capable of sustaining $1 million, $1 billion. And when we started working on, the vision for OSP and Only Believe in Citadel, I visualize, that we have a community, we have community leadership who are capable of creating an environment where everybody who's in that environment can prosper and be just absolute waterfalls of abundance to each other. And so that means that there has to be a strategy. Someone over there mentioned something about us being a body. It's absolutely right. I might look like the face, but the face is attached to a head. A neck turns the face. I fall apart when there's not organization. There's tons of organization happening in the background. If you see what our WhatsApps and Discord and Telegram chat stream of consciousness looks like, half of you will just go and crawl into an old woman's shoe. It is a massive, consistent stream of consciousness that is required. So when you see the face of something, you'll often see that person, unless they are a narcissistic fool, that person has accepted their job. Like, my job is to be this, it's called an apex avatar. So avatar just means it's a fake front. It's not the real me. So in large part you are experiencing the real me, but most times it's not, because most times I was exhausted before I got here, or I was really discouraged. We're under immense financial pressure all the time. That's why I fight with Jason when he sighs. I'm like, stop sighing publicly. Because the immense financial pressure that we're all under to build this thing is like soul crushing. I mean, we are talking like, imagine working years and years and years and years, not only not earning stuff, but pumping money into something that you have to, I don't know, you're selling your kidneys basically, to make it, and because you believe in it. And because we're not extractive, we refuse to just do these TGEs and stuff in a manner that will destroy our community. So when we show up here and we show you our face has to be all about you. Our speech has to be all about you. Our show has to be all about you. Our economics, our tokenomics, our entire game development document has to be about you. And to achieve that, we have to grow a community where you have an opportunity to become a prime avatar, you know, a prime, like an apex avatar. And when that occurs, now you're seeing, like, let's say, like one of the very prominent people in the ecosystem is obviously B. Now B is highly likable, and if B at one point says, now you guys can tell me, this is real. If B says, I'm so disappointed in Uncle Funk, he's not what I thought he was. That's all she has to say. Her level of influence is so high that it would basically potentially destroy that community, because everybody would say, geez, Andrew, they wouldn't even say Uncle Funk. They would go straight for my government name. Andrew, what did you do? You know? And then I don't know, you know, and that wouldn't matter, because B is becoming an apex avatar in our ecosystem, and our job is to push to get it to a position of such incredible power that she can walk away with an entire tribe of her own if she so chooses. And then simultaneously, that puts us under pressure to consistently appreciate her and reward her and honor her. And it's the same with all of you. You know, we've got Buddy and Kev, who you see commenting here, you know, who are an incredible asset to this community. And when they endorse you, because they're already prime avatars themselves, and when they endorse you and they say, you know, we really like Rob, a lot of people will take that seriously. You know, when those of us who know Jason, you know, there's people who don't understand our character, you know, and then there's people who don't really know Jason. And Jason's had to lead through incredibly tough times, and then you always get fools who don't know how to go through a tough time themselves, and they'll point at that leader and say, well, you know, I can do it better, or I expect this, or I expect that. Now Rob and I are lions, you understand? we don't have a pack. We see our people as a pride. Like, we have lionesses and lions in our ecosystem. That's how we view you. We don't like, I don't like the concept of wolves, you know, like Wolfdau, very nice, but wolves are vicious animals. You know, they've got some good practices, but they just have fun, man. They'll do things for sport, whereas a lion focuses on that pride, and you don't mess with the lioness. And the lion ecosystem is all about the lionesses, and that's something that I'd like all the ladies in our ecosystem to take note of. No, the hell no gay pride. What the hell? Come at me, bro. You know, I don't mind, you know, which way you guys swing the bat, but this is not gay pride. This is a lion, where we take care of our ladies. Now, in here on the ground, I'll answer your question just now, Surf. I'll get there. On the ground, yeah, on the NGO, and we're building a political party on the ground as well, for local things. We always first build out whoever comes, and usually it's guys, you know. As men tend to be a lot more pioneering. Then once we are ready with like a bit of a core group, we then start making it as safe and fun as possible for ladies. And when you have a certain amount of ladies, a certain percentage of ladies in your ecosystem, it literally becomes like a pride of lions. They will do the hunting for you. They they will become the aggressive, powerful core of your pack. And that's why, ecosystems where they don't respect women are dumb as hell. They are dumb. There's a biblical term for, the term helper. It actually means strength of, I believe is the right term. Mandy was sharing it. She's written a book called The Helper. And it doesn't mean slave. It doesn't mean subservient. It means strength of. It's like in a marriage, Mandy is my strength. She's literally my strength. So I'm able to, I have always been able for 27 years to do incredible things. We've done massive things because I have this strength. And when we build communities, we always focus on creating, obviously you keep the women safe from manipulative women, like you have to keep the men safe from manipulative men. But you give women the platform that they need to become prime avatars. You give them that platform so that the trustworthy women, like you do with the trustworthy men, you have these trustworthy, powerful women. Like we can trust Buddy. We can trust Buddy to represent us in any way, because every post she will ever do will be like a lioness. It's like, this is my pride. I'm going to protect my pride. I'm going to represent my pride. I'm not going to say things that bring my pride into disrepute. And if anybody's got a problem with my pride, they got a problem with me. You can know that immediately about a lot of the ladies in our ecosystem. So the psychology of belonging, it needs lionesses, because there are a lot of men. Both men and women need fathers. But men in particular, when they come into an ecosystem where they are getting the right kind of attention, not sexual attention, the right kind of attention, which is recognition and respect, in an ecosystem where there are powerful women and men who have the balls to be fathers, they've got the gumption to be fatherly. And I don't, not talking about, in the innuendo that the degens of Web3 see, the father or the dad role. I'm talking about, a dad, a father is consumed, is like a shepherd. He's consumed with protection and provision and protecting the sheep from the wolves. Protection, provision, and waging war basically on the wolves. So when young men come into, especially young men, they come into an ecosystem like that, where they find these fatherly figures and these women who are giving them attention, but also teaching them the parameters. Like, don't go trying to cross certain boundaries with women. Don't get familiar with women. That's not your wife. It's not your girlfriend. You learn to respect them. You learn to honor them. You learn to be respectful. And those things you learn in a healthy ecosystem, because that is how you become an apex avatar yourself. I just want to quickly, Surf is helping people find that. Absolutely. And a big part of that is, the vast majority of the planet is fatherless and motherless. They've had people donate sperm and whatnot, but they didn't look after them. So just quickly, before we continue with Jason's awesome presentation, Surf, I'm trying to find Surf's other questions. Luckily, he's the only blue comment here. How does the Funk OSP community look like on other social platforms? It's something we're working on. We tried very hard to make it work on X before we came to Arena Social, but over there, man, it was crypto Twitter. It's just a mess, and you're basically, you're a lion in your own head, but you're a kitten meowing in a big arena full of lions. It's like you're trying to go, and what comes out there is like, meow. It's really horrible. Then on Facebook, we've got a very big religious community. So we're working on expanding that community and slowly but surely bringing them into what we're up to. So far, the best results we've had in community building has been here on Arena Social, because people come here specifically for Web3, and on the Christian side of things, for the other game, Only Believe, we've been very successful on Facebook. So those two, but we do stream everywhere, because every now and then you pick up an Apex avatar and influence someone who who resonates. And some of you will note that when you come into this ecosystem that we're building, whether it's the Citadel, OSP, Funk, something resonates with you. There's like a frequency that's your frequency. And that's the key to community building, is we got to speak and dance and share our vision and talk about it all day, every day, as much as possible. We're talking about it all day. You talk about your vision so that people can find whether or not they resonate with you. Yes, do all the things together, because there are people out there who have been hurt so much. And I think that's where we're going to get to on the building trust and converting through story. There are people who have been hurt and disappointed, and they thought they were entering a community, and all they were was exit liquidity for horrible people. And many people, they come out of ecosystems where they get spoken to like they're trash. They get ignored. Like on Arena Social, there's certain circles where you can comment. They won't even acknowledge that you commented. That you can say hi. They'll say hi to everybody except you. Even in a small, like, little microverse like Arena Social. And a lot of people experience that in real life. They just ignored you and used you, and you had no value to them other than their ability to take your money. And so when we're building something like this, there are people limping in here with they're broken. Their stories are stories of disappointment. There's this cool scripture that says, hope deferred makes the heart sick. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. So you were hoping something would happen. You were trusting people. You were trusting a project, and then it's like it's like heartbreak. So building a community, we have to be like the husband or the wife who marries someone who had been cheated on before. I married a woman whose dad cheated on her mom, and then her boyfriend before me cheated on her. So I realized immediately that I have to pay for the sins of these men and show that I'm not a cheat. I'm a loyal man. I'm a kind man. I'm not going to shout at her. I'm not going to abuse her. I'm not going to cheat on her. And in the same way, when we build this community, we are okay with proving to you that we're not going to rug you. We're not going to steal from you. We're not going to treat you like exit liquidity. We are okay with paying for the sins of the people who came before us, because we know that you are our liquidity. You are our capital. You are the pillars of what we want to build. And anyway, so we want to change the story that you tell about yourself. Okay. So I did see a lot of the comments flowing there, but we're going to keep moving over here, because I see you're all chatting with each other, which is beautiful on the different platforms. Okay, so Jason, middle, the how, building trust and converting the story.
Yeah, so now we move on to hooks, the psychology behind attention. So our brains love tension and surprise. We live currently in scroll mode. And that means that us as companies and creators out there, we have 1.7 seconds to interrupt autopilot. The curiosity gap triggers dopamine. So when something breaks a predictable pattern, the brain pauses to resolve it. Kind of like an example that I've been playing around with on LinkedIn, and it's going to be, let's say it's a part of our, I would say, more lighthearted marketing approach. So we've got like our actual intern behind the social accounts, and it's the opening hooks in a post. So in the example of my LinkedIn post, instead of literally just coming out with new trailer out now, I put out there, we launched in a war zone twice. And that then led to the rest of the message that was. And it drives, I mean, we've been trying out some of these hooks and the impressions, on a platform, and we're doing this on platforms where we don't have a huge presence on purpose. It's testing out hooks, seeing how they work, how they function, what gets most impressions, how you can push the boundaries, I would say. And it works very well. Every good movie trailer opens with a question or disruption. It's all about doing the same with your marketing content. A great hook isn't designed to sell. It invites intrigue. The goal isn't to explain everything. It's to make people lean in and say, wait, what? And then you've got them. Moving on to storytelling. So turning players into protagonists. People don't remember stats. People remember stories they feel a part of. That's why I would say so many people have got, whenever we've done Twitter spaces where we've touched on the nostalgia of gaming and games that made people feel something, it always comes back to this. The stories behind the characters, their avatars, everything. Everyone has stories that they remember that keeps them there. So every brand needs a hero's journey, from the challenge to the struggle to victory. Dopamine spikes during tension, oxytocin flows at resolution. Stories literally rewire your memory. That's why they're so important, and that's why we love telling stories. Stories cure people. They can heal you. So instead of pushing out, we built a multiplayer defense game. When our servers crashed mid-battle and players kept defending manually, we knew we were onto something. There's always an emotional truth behind something. And at times, turning, for example, let's say a mistake that has been made, an error, a bug, into something that is relatable or connected to the players, they stay as well. It's like you're not hiding away from a truth. You're making that what has happened part of the story. In Web3, this means showing the why, the late nights, the mission, the community moments that shaped the project. That's why we love showing up every day, because every single one of these brings out new moments and experiences from every single person watching, posting comments. There's always something that is kept. There's always something that stands out. And there is even content that is created off the back of it. Facts inform, stories convert. When you tell stories about people, not products, you create belonging, and belonging drives retention. Again, this is why we have such a focus on people within our community that are making our community great. It's not about us, it's about the people that make it great. We're just here to guide. So community, from audiences to allies. A community is not a Discord server, it's shared ownership of a vision. People value what they help build. When users contribute lore, assets, feedback, they emotionally invest. Not going to touch on that one. That was a terrible example, and I didn't have time to update it. So what we've always been doing, which here's suggestions, but in our case, it's what we've always focused on, is invite contribution early. So if anything, and we haven't done this in the form of art contests or the lore drops or voting on feature decisions. We've just encouraged people and been a part of people creating art, creating music, creating videos, us highlighting and showcasing that because we love it, and then building upon the lore. In fact, there is an AI that has been added to the Citadel that is actually going to be rewarding people expanding and updating their own takes and content around OSP. It's called Spark, and it's pretty damn cool. When users co-create, they stop becoming customers. They become co-architects. And that is the foundation of every thriving Web3 ecosystem. This here is how, without spending a cent on influencers or marketing, back in 2021, we scaled a company built by amateurs, built by nobodies, to just under $1 billion. Because the community were the engine behind it. It is that power. Web3 has that power. That is what we're aiming to replicate here, but with a far better team. The impact, trust, conversion, and leading moments. Trust loops, proof over promise. Every update, tweet, or AMA is a chance to prove reliability. We focus on our milestones to show that we can deliver in a competent manner, step by step, no overpromising, delivering, and showcasing as we do it. The consistency bias. When actions align with words repeatedly, belief compounds automatically. So, consistency. Andrew's 1,000 days of live streaming daily. That consistency is there. So in our case, it's frequently publishing the progress updates on OSP, the emails that go out to everyone that is signed up. Our updates that we share on a daily basis on the live streams, and even showcasing the actual live building of, be it the Citadel or levels within OSP. Admitting mistakes is a strong move as well. Now, in our case, it's not so much just about admitting mistakes. You often get to see us making mistakes live. I mean, you don't get much more authentic than that. Andrew loves screaming at Unreal Engine. That vulnerability earns more credibility than any perfect PR line. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Domino's, either Domino's or Pizza Hut, that actually did a campaign that was attacking themselves. And it was one of the first of its kind from a corporation. And it showed a human side. And it basically saved their company. Be human. Humans are not perfect. Rob will say otherwise, but that's just Rob. So yeah, the best way to build trust, be seen working, show your build in public. You don't get a much more build in public team than the one that we have. Transparency is traction. The more your audience feels they're growing with you, the more they'll defend you when things get hard. I myself love the community that had been built up, the reputation that I would like to consider myself to have from all of our OGs, from the myth side, from previous to myth, that stuck with us throughout the hardest of times. There wasn't any FUD. To be honest, there wasn't much to defend against because we were open about things were not great. And through that openness, that dedication, and such an amazing core community, Andrew and Rob, the decisions around bringing all of it, together as one was made far easier. And that belief from your side is what has made this possible. You didn't make things difficult for me because I tried to make things as open as possible myself. Conversion, the emotion logic proof triangle. Humans decide emotionally, they justify logically, and they commit with proof. Start with emotion, the story that hits them in the gut. Move to logic, why it makes sense, and then close with proof, social validation, results, or on-chain evidence. The start with emotion is what got me interested in learning more about Andrew's story, because when we met on that first Twitter space on, I think it was like the 28th of August last year, he was raw. There was a story that he was telling. It was his truth. It was his experience in Web3. It was rawness. And it was crying out for something better. So I wanted to learn more. I booked in a meeting, and we moved on to the logic side of it, where Andrew and myself got our stories out of the way and moved on to the next steps. And the social validation, well, that just kind of comes with, everything that we're doing. So examples here, you don't play this game to escape reality, you play to rebuild it. Built on, well, in our case, let me just fix that because this was just fast example producing. Built on, say, audited smart contracts. That's a logical part. 10K active players last week, that is proof. It's like these are marketing elements right here. That's a conversion funnel for both players and investors. You're telling a story, you have a logical body, and you finalize it with proof. The secret isn't pushing, it's aligning with belief. If you make them feel first, you won't have to sell. Leading from the front. So the founder as storyteller in chief. Now, this team, I have to say, has collectively got the best storytellers that I've ever met as a collective. There isn't a single person really within our core team that doesn't know how to tell a story, mainly because we all have our own story. And when your story is your truth, it becomes really easy to tell that story and other stories. Plus, everyone here has been, let's say, a consistent reader since they were children, so we're all able to also actually tell stories properly. Great leaders don't pitch products, they narrate journeys. When people see authentic emotion, they mirror it. That's why vulnerability inspires loyalty. Sharing your build, your lessons, your struggles, that is your brand equity. Andrew is incredibly open about his life struggles. I am also incredibly open about mine. Rob has had no life struggles. Rob was born with a silver spoon.
Gold spoon.
Gold spoon. Wow, you upgraded. Yeah, you were one of the special ones. But it's just that when I meet with people, especially if there are people where I perhaps sense that I might have to disarm a situation, I lay all my cards out on the table immediately. Why? Because it leaves no attack vector. If your vulnerabilities are laid out, there's nothing people can do with them. Citadel, like, in the example here, you could talk about the Citadel's early stumbles, humanizing leadership. That's a 2 hour, 3 hour, 1 year worth of stories. So I won't go deep into it, but it's admitting that what started out great hit tremendous amounts of circumstantial difficulties early on. And that then led to a complete rebuild, the absolute waste of an initial investment that was made by the early core team, and the intense amount, like the insane amount of capital that had to be poured in to actually rebuild studio, continue game development, to the point of borderline failure, which is when these two very strange fellows showed up and took me under their wing, along with the entirety of the myth community, regardless of what baggage came with it. Because they saw what had been built, they saw why, they saw the team, like not the team, the individual, and the community that came along with it. People don't want perfection, they want presence. Again, Rob, you can turn off your camera at this point then. People don't want perfection. Be visible, be honest, and lead with conviction. A founder who tells their story turns a marketing funnel into a movement. We are very, very aware of our weaknesses as human beings. We know what it's like to be broken as human beings. Hell, we know what it's like to be broke as human beings. But we use that to power everything that we do. Because you can't break someone if they've already been broken. You know, it's like we literally thrive on that. Because no one can come at us from any angle. And quite frankly, no one can stop what we're doing. And on that note, I shall pass the rest over to Uncle of the Funk.
Funkle of the Uncle. What kind,
Hello.
my brew?
Rob, what are you going to
Big.
say now, man? Go for it, dude. You
What
got
was I gonna
thoughts
say?
about... Yeah, what you gonna say?
Yeah, look, I mean, I think, the kind of whole theme that Jason's been talking about is definitely, I think, the right way to approach things, especially in today's terms, in relation to the community. The community has to come first, you know. Whatever you're building has to be built with the community in mind and what the community wants. And yeah, I mean, it just makes a lot of sense. Huh? It makes a lot of sense.
I remember when I was a man trapped in a woman's body for 9 months.
Yeah. How was that?
Well, I mean, you know, people don't believe me.
Hey, it's Dee Runa. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you're coming from, this is The Funk Show. Same time, every day.
Ah, see, I saw the rune over there.
Is it the
And
same
My
time
mom
every
is
day?
it's the same
No,
time
no.
every day.
Like
We
every
need-
day, or
Every day. Every day, every day.
We we need Twisted Tinkers. Hey, I'm Twisted Tinker. Welcome to the Funk Show.
That's exactly what he sounds like.
Yo, what up? This is Twisted Tinker, and welcome to the Funk Show.
And welcome to the Funk Show.
Yeah. Very, very, very cool. Well, you know, I like to talk about cool things from time to time, and you're all cool things. So I like to talk about you. See what I did there? See, did we have any comments on that?
So how
we've
cool
got,
are these things?
People saying hi all over the place. Hi. Neregas says, you see me as a DJ and probably a DJ lion. A degen lion.
Nowego. When is he joining us on stage? Though? Like, you know, when he's coming online.
Well, I'm gonna play a nice tune over here because it's the Christian thing to do, you know. I remember when I was a spider.
Yeah.
An Incy Wincy spider?
Yeah, it could have been an Incy Wincy. That's when I had the revelation that all food is just pre-poo, you know?
This is a very...
That's deep, man. It's very deep.
Where did I put my funk tunes? Did I give it like a... There's a Jack folder, art list. What? Tunes? What's that? Is there another? Yes. What happened? I had like a thingy with my thingies. Meh?
Well, yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, if you don't add a little bit of the lime kind of into the coconut, then you don't really
That's
know
true.
what's what,
So Mandy said we don't have a Tron-C tune for the Funkettes, So I was like, let me remedy that situation immediately.
We rise, we shine, we groove. We are the Funkettes.
That's cool, eh?
Light in motion, heart unbroken. Every beat, a story spoken. Fire in our souls tonight. We turn darkness into light. Love is our weapon, unity our sound. Every step we take shakes the ground. We are the Funkettes.
We got no Funkettes on stage, man. Super rock.
Unites us now and never. Rhythm of hope, our anthem strong. Together we rise, together we belong.
Woo!
You are locked into the Funk Show.
Every Funkette safe.
We ignite galaxies, 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 galaxies. We are the Funkettes. Forever Funkettes. The cult of awesomeness, our song, our life goes on and on and on. We shine together, forever Funkette.
Nice, eh?
Okay, that's a good tune.
Yeah.
Very good
Thanks.
and very nice.
The Surf
Did
was
you
like, I was watching his stream last night and he was making contracts and cool things. So I said he must talk to Rob because he's clever with contracts. Surf, look at him. He says, I'd be happy to take a look.
He's
Yeah.
pinged. He pinged me on the Discord. We need to connect and chat. Surf. Pop me a
Yeah.
reminder. I think we massaged each other. We massaged each other on the Discord.
He's a surfer looking rocker guy with long hair. He looks like Bidlow's key audience demographic.
Did you see the introduction to the Jeff comics that I shared in the group?
What?
Let me tag you. Again, it's a whereabouts? Which group was it in? Let me have a look here. Oh no, can't do that. I have to do this.
OB pre-launch.
Andrew.
We are the Funkettes. Well,
I just
while
tagged
you're
you in.
stuffing around, I think we need to play Funkites Get It Right. Us, you tag me in the thing. While you're stuffing around, while you're messing around.
Yo.
Oh, you'll love it. It's
Get it
brief.
right.
It's very brief.
So I like that we're building this like cult of awesomeness.
100%.
The Funkites. I mean, it's like a tribe. The Funkites. We're all Funkites. Which is made up of funkies and funkettes.
Andrew, I was thinking that I'd have to make you an honorary member of my the clan that I hail from in Scotland, because Clan Macmillan, which is from my grandfather's side.
So do I get to speak with a Scottish accent? What's the motto?
You can. The motto. Let me share it with you so you can.
I can motto it.
Yes. So every clan has.
When AI ended the world, magic.
Oh! How do I download this? I'll have to share this. Mysterious Cerberus. What's the motto with you? Man, I keep pushing the wrong buttons. Yeah. What does this button do?
Well, did you press it, sir?
So the translation for it is, I endeavor to help the distressed.
Oh. Right and rootin'. Right. Time to toss your caber and scratch your sporran.
And from my grandma, and again, it's like it's quite fitting for you as well. So from my I'd say my great grandmother's clan is Clan Lindsay, and their motto is endure fort, which means suffer bravely.
Suffer a fart. Yeah, let's see.
When AI ended the world, magic woke up. And from the ruins of code and chaos, Jeff was born. A robot wizard opening portals through forgotten worlds. Jeff, the robot wizard.
So if you have to close that. I'm getting feedback. There you go. Yeah, there we go. There are quite a few episodes already. Around, like we're building it up on a let's say externally first, experimenting in some places. And the comics themselves are fantastic.
My name is Jeff. I'm excited, man. Jeff is a thingy in the thingy system. The thingies.
He is.
Mr. Sakurero Disco. I'm getting tired, man. What's the time? I'm trying to find this thing. Believers who believe in only believe, right? Okay, so I'm gonna open. Where does this open? This pre-launch thing that Jack made. I want to see. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see what Jack's up to. Video file is a download. Save as. Oh, I see. We got to save as. please hold, saving as. And I'll show it as a thingy that thingies without thingy singing, you know?
Wait, Rob, I've
Right.
only just noticed your new PFP. That is
Who's?
very
Cool, eh?
yours.
Oh,
It's so accurate.
so Jason, I'm a little bit confused with your clan because, like, I was under the impression that you came from the clan of
Cool
the little
stuff.
guys.
From the what?
The clan of the
The
little
little
guys.
guys. Hey, Surf,
The
to
little
make sure
old-
you have a nice day there. It's nice to see you. Thank you for joining us there. Always a good time on the Funk Time. That's the truth. Because you're there, right? I don't give him the buttons to press. Right, you're that. Going to Scotland. When you talk like that, I got Scotland. Time to scratch your sporran. I'm here to toss my caber. There's a Hamish like, oh, I get all dressed up for nothing. You know that scene in Braveheart. It's like, oh, hey, we got all dressed up for nothing. Oh, Surf shouting to get a little point with the Irish. He said, hi, little guy, you're a little leprechaun, aren't you? You're a little funny one, aren't you? Yeah, you pat it on the head. Doink, 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 doink.
It's very funny.
Kev says we currently have an Irish housemate. I've no clue because they swear so much, man. You can't figure out what the heck the Irish are saying because it's just there's no commas, full stops, exclamation marks. It's all just F words.
Well, no. You don't understand. The F words are the punctuation.
Yeah. Hey, that's Mavis on the Operation Safe Place again. Mavis. Mavis is awesome. Cat is awesome. Cat is awesome. Cat is awesome. Oh, there we go. That'd be pretty okay. Downloads, save. Everybody, yeah, rock your body, yeah. Everybody, rock your body right. Backstreet's back, all right. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Cha. I'm going back again. Where's this thing? Where's the video? There we go. There, let's see what Jacques made. I want to see what Jack made. Are you ready?
Do it.
In a world that's rapidly changing, where technology often divides more than it unites, there's a new movement rising, one that blends innovation with faith and purpose with prosperity. Welcome to the Citadel, a kingdom-aligned vision anchored in real-life transformation, founded by believers and built for community. Through this innovation, we're connecting three worlds: Web3, gaming, and the metaverse, united in one complete ecosystem. It's powered by believers, sustained by purpose, and designed to generate wealth for every single person involved. No ifs, no buts. Let me explain. Web3 is a progression from the current internet that you know of, a new, secure internet where communities own what they build. The key commodity? NFTs. NFTs are digital certificates of ownership, proof that something is truly yours. In the Citadel, NFTs connect your digital contribution to real-world value, allowing each user true freedom to build wealth with no barrier to entry. What you're looking at is the beginning of the end of poverty worldwide. It's not charity. It's kingdom economics, where everyone can participate and no one is left behind. Only Believe is a game rooted in the Citadel universe. It's the world's first Bible-based game and digital college, a place where players learn, grow, and earn through interactive faith challenges. Inside this world lives the Talent Token, a digital reward that recognizes the time, learning, and faith you invest. Think of it like a loyalty point, only smarter. As you play, study, or contribute, you earn talent tokens. Those tokens can be used, shared, or redeemed within the ecosystem, and as the community grows, so does the value you hold. Now, don't let the word token scare you. It simply means a digital reward system that recognizes and returns value to those who participate. But unlike in the real world, the value flows back into the Kingdom community that created it. Now it's your turn to get involved. What you are watching is the first phase of our pre-launch campaign to enable the integration of the Only Believe game into the Citadel. Gaming, as an entertainment industry, is worth more than the music and film industries combined. The potential is limitless. The need is critical, where faith meets technology and believers build the future together. When you invest in an Only Believe pre-launch pack, you're not just buying a digital token, you're helping to build hope and a future to millions. Visit us now and purchase a limited edition Only Believe Founders Pack. Share, like, and pray with us to make this dream a reality.
That is very good.
Mhm.
Gee whiskers, go Jack.
Were you
no,
showing?
Huh?
Oh, sorry. Go on. No, go on.
Yeah, listen, everybody watching, you saw nothing. You heard nothing about talent coin, nothing. We still focused on building Citadel. Talent is Nanya.
Nanya. If you
I mean,
want to know about
yes.
Only Believe with Talent Coin, you drive all the way to Nanya.
Yeah. It was like, sorry, I heard that.
Nanya business twisted.
Goodness gracious, man. That's like very nicely done, eh? Yeah. That was, Artemis says there was nothing there. That was really nicely done. I'm, you know, why am I always shocked when people do something well? Yeah, player equity economics is P. Proof of ownership is poo. And Bidlow was running around with a poopy t-shirt. Or pee poo poo. We definitely have to have that as like, you know, the OSP Citadel thing. Because it's player equity economics as pee poo poo. Yeah, thank you, Bidlow. Yes, player equity economics. It's like and then anytime, Fred. We need to make some kind of funk t-shirt like with the pee pee poo poo on it. So how would you like because I mean that's pretty funny.
Don't let me do it.
Yeah, well, you'll like Bidlow's shirt, Jason, because it's all rockery. It's in rocker font, you know, that kind of fonts and stuff. He's like, Rena's like, do it. I want to wear it. Come, okay. Here's a job for somebody who has worked with Printify before. This is a business opportunity for anybody who's watching on any platform. If you are currently working with Printify, yeah.
I am not going to say me, but I have.
Okay, well then don't say you. Bidlow says, I used to use them. I still do, but I used to too. Okay, Bidlow, we need to design a funk shirt that, because then anybody can order it on Shopify, huh? What is threadless?
Ooh,
Is that
like a funk shirt for men with nips out, like a opposite tank top? So it's like
I better stop
belly...
the stream to the other platforms.
That is totally kosher.
That's like
totally kosher.
One of those 80s shirts where your belly button shows, you know, those like crop tops.
Like a nice wife beater
Embrace
vest.
the poopy. So, well, to everybody on all the other platforms, especially Only Believe, we love you very, very much.
Wow. You get
we're gonna
lots of wows for that one, Doc.
yeah, everybody just hit me with a wow. I deserve it. That's the archers hit me with a wow. That dude, what's with it with a wow with like 4 W's at the end there? What? That's punishment.
That's not a wow. That's a wow.
Dude, that's like a jab, strike. Jab, strike. Jab, strike, 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 strike. This dude punched me hard once here, right in the cheek. Yes, I thought. See, he hit me a couple of jabs, and I thought, he can't hit. And then he hit me in the cheek, and I didn't want to play anymore. When you realize, bitten off more than I can chew. I'll never be able to hit the guy as hard as he just hit me. Back in my MMA days. Yes. Like
Enjoy.
my whole eye's going to be closed. My forehead's going to be swollen. My ear's going to be cauliflower. I'm not going to be able to talk on the side of my face. That's what that wow. Look, you see, Twisted just gave me 3 AVACs. He is a good Christian.
Praise the Twisted.
Meanwhile, enjoy 1-2 wet poop t-shirt contest.
See. Anyway. Well, I mean, you're literally Father Abraham. You heard the song, Father Abraham had many sons.
Twisted.
Well, he's more like Solomon with all his wives. Oh boy. No. Lord, be nice to me. I am but a tired man. Woo! Let's go. Everybody on Facebook and X, welcome to come hang out with us here on Arena Social. We're going to say goodbye to all of you. Love you, bye. The party continues on Arena Social on the function. Oh, guys, did it right.